1, 2, 3, come on!
Hello to all the peeps in this world. Today I'm doing something that I've never seen anybody do. Yeah, so I'm turning COVID-19 into a human, as you already know from the title, which first thing may kind of sound a bit stupid because no one likes COVID-19. But it actually came out pretty good at the end, so I think we're chill here, right? Anyways, yeah, I started sketching her before recording because I didn't realize I didn't turn on recording, so I'm tracing my sketch so you can see the whole sketching process. Again. Well, I had to do it again. You got to see it once. So, the smartest thing to do when it comes to jewelry is to make the earrings look like those COVID-19 virus thingies, you know, that stuff. And the bolt, it's a brand name. Okay, so back to the point. When I was drawing this or had the idea a long time ago, I imagined her as a very sassy teenager who just rules the world like it is right now, unfortunately. So I decided to put a lot of jewelry of her, and since I think in French, I have no idea which language they call corona crown, it makes obvious that she's sassy and she ruled school. I don't know where she lives and if her parents are queens or kings or whatever, but she does rule. Not COVID-19. Don't get me wrong, I hate COVID-19. I'm talking about this girl. She clearly has a sassy side of her. Oh, here comes the world's biggest mistake when I was outlining. The eye, I kind of did the eye too small. Yeah. Luckily, no one was able to see that because of something called time lapse. Okay, that's a bit cringy, but whatever. Anyway, the earrings were really fun to color, even though we haven't even got to the coloring part yet. Of course, outlining is my favorite part. For some reason, coloring the hair this time was kind of boring, because the hair was super long, which I kind of liked. Okay, I loved it. Just the coloring part took so long. But then, it was truly worth it. So yeah. Anyways, the hands always just most hardest part about drawing. Clearly, it still doesn't look right. I get that. But I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It actually looks kind of proportionate, which is very unusual. Once in a lifetime that happens. Okay, I'll stop there and actually get on. Outlining the hair was a lot more fun than coloring the hair. Because normally I do the hair a lot more shorter. This time, I had to have some fun. But she was the fire. That girl who just storms in, you know, with a very scary entrance, you know. Those fascinating moments in movies when teenage girls just storm in. Okay, you know, maybe I'm the one just making up things. Maybe it shows. Okay, I'll just cut it off there. Yes, she's a very sassy teenager, which I kind of don't like the sound of, but she looks good in the outfit of a sassy teenager, so I'm good. Oh, also, if you notice, I did add, since she is a famous, sassy, rude teenager girl, she had to have some fancy accessories, meaning she needed COVID-19 earrings, as I mentioned in the beginning, with some nice golden hoops. Not to mention, instead of adding the Gucci label, I added the COVID-19 label, which does not sound very intense, but it is intense. You're probably mad at me right now. I'm sorry. I also added some embroidery to her sweater to make it look really pretty. Make it look pretty fancy too. Long story short, I stopped doing something in the middle because I wanted to make it like she had blue tights. So I colored her legs in blue and made the opacity lower. But that didn't work out as planned. It just didn't look as great as I imagined it to be. So I had to waste my time for a minute doing that. Luckily, it looks good at the end. The cheeks and the white speckles. Magical. But of course the eyes are my favorite part. Whether it's outlining or coloring, oof, it is the best part. Okay, if you don't know, I have a weird obsession with drawing, guys. You may have seen in my very first video, which had my very terrible handwriting because I didn't know how to edit. But that's not the story. Whenever I don't know how to draw, I just draw eyes. I never get bored of it because it's so satisfying, adding all the layers and adding the highlights. It's so satisfying. Now, getting on with the hair, you may be wondering, why am I just coloring that one section, even though I need to? Well, the thing is, maybe I thought that could be like my color palette, so I can like choose the color and color the rest of the hair. Oh, and yeah, it was pretty fun until it came to the outlining and filling in. I don't like outlining double times. I'm fine at outlining and just outlining. But, it wasn't fun because I had to outline and then fill everything in, and I did not do it that fast. It took forever. That was like the most time-consuming part about this drawing, other than shading the sweater. Maybe the belt. No, the hair was the most time-consuming part. I also really like how her hair just flows to the side. Now, if my hair was like that, that would be amazing. But my hair is black, so it can't obviously be like that unless I dyed it, but Anyways, the hair was pretty cool. I really liked the hair. That was probably my favorite part of the drawing, even though it's my least favorite part to work on, as I said, because outlining, filling in. She just had so much of that hair that it was hard to keep up. You know what I mean? At least I'm not the barber guy doing her hair. Like, if I was... No thanks. Bye! Just kidding. Not bye to the video. Bye for doing this girl's hair. And as you see in the footage, I actually kind of made an oopsie when I was doing the hair. I may have added some red to the earrings. Luckily, that's always fixable, so there was nothing to worry about. But still, that's kind of... I wouldn't have wanted to do that. Because I learned this new trick when I was filling in colors that you should fill it in twice to even fill in the gaps that are left. And so I'm adding the shadows. That was a bit better than adding the red, but still it wasn't that much fun. So you may be wondering, what are those dark flashes? Well, that was me filling in the whole page by accident. But of course, since this video is sped up, you couldn't actually realize that, so, outlining again, filling it in. And actually, I didn't realize when I was doing, those flashes I was talking about a few seconds ago? Now, for some reason, I wouldn't want to fill it in the same layer as the light red. So I had to add a new layer. And I had to trace over the lines I made right then to create it. I don't think you peeps understand me, but I don't think you need to because I do talk too much. You should know about that, about me. Anyways, doing the easiest part of the hair, which is the darkest shadow, which is the tiniest, teeniest strip. And I promise you, that's not black. I don't add straight up black into hair unless the hair is meant to be black. That is a very dark maroon. Doing the gems. I think I should have added a bit of pink in there now looking back. Cause now it just looks like candy. I mean, it looks fine, but I do prefer, I would have added a bit of pink. Thanks to my old self though, aka a few days ago. I didn't think about that, so I added red, which kind of makes sense because COVID-19, the circular thingy is red in the photos I searched up for inspiration. COVID-19 isn't inspiring at all, but for drawings, it could be a bit. Okay, getting on with the crown. That was so much fun. Adding the colors to make it look golden. Okay, with the crown, please don't tell me that 9 looks terrible because I'm not the best at writing numbers or letters. Okay, maybe in my school assignments I'm pretty good at writing letters, but that doesn't mean I am the best at handwriting because my handwriting is not the best, especially when it comes to drawing. I mean, you see that logo there? Terribly spaced letters and not neatly made letters, spaced, whatever. The point is, my handwriting isn't very good. That is actually not the point. The point is, I'm supposed to be turning COVID-19 into a girl, and I'm talking about random stuff. 13 minutes of talking, anyone likes to hear? You should just mute my voice if you want, because I do talk a lot. Okay, this is where I kind of regretted my decision of the tights. Cause, yeah, tell me that looked bad in the comments, like, that just doesn't seem right. So yeah, when I was doing that, I realized just now I may have added the shadows and colored the hand with the shadows. I don't think you get what I mean, but yeah. Oh, also you saw the crown, huh? It was pretty. I actually really like the crown. Coloring the crown is also really fun. Can never replace the eyes of the eyes, though. That doesn't sound very catchy. But yeah, since it's almost the end of the video, hope you like this video and hope you think my outcome of COVID-19 is good.